Good morning. My name is Melissa Sewell. I'm the president of the Washoe Retired Education Association. I was a primary teacher in Washoe County School District for 31 years. As a public school teacher, I taught many different types of kids. Some came to me ready to learn with a strong background of being read to and talked to. Others came to me with a rudimentary background, and still others had limited English and sometimes learning disabilities which may or may not have been diagnosed. The main thing is I had to teach each and every little person who walked in that door. Times have been tight in Nevada these last few years, and that has meant less money for education. Classes got bigger as a result. I still taught every little person who came through my door, although bigger classes meant less one-on-one time for everyone, especially if there were any severe discipline problems. Sometimes there were as many as 3 or 4 severe discipline problems out of a class of 25 or 26 kids. And on top of that, there were more English language learners than before. And add to that the growing pressures of testing. More than once, kids came to my classroom from private schools. They'd been kicked out because they were discipline problems or had learning problems that the private schools were not addressing, or their parents couldn't put in the time required by some private schools because of their work commitments. I remember I had one little boy who had been somewhat affected by this emotionally. His mother told me he'd been kicked out of a private school, and he told me in the most dramatic fashion that school ruined his life. I taught this little boy, and he was delightful. My point here is that public schools educate everyone. They don't have the options to get rid of discipline problems or learning problems, but they do have the resources to deal with them. Taking money away from public schools will only hurt these resources. Less money will lead to larger classrooms, fewer teachers, and fewer resources that are already stretched pretty thin. And the students that will be left in the public schools will not be served as well as they are now. Let people who want to send their children to private schools do so, but please don't let it be at the expense of Nevada's public school teachers and students. Thank you for your time.